Hey guys, the Green Waifu here. Today I'm going to show you guys all the really cool things I got on my trip from last week. Last week I was in Minneapolis. This is my second time going to Minneapolis, but my first time going there, I was there for a figure skating competition, so I really didn't get to see anything because I was busy competing. You don't know that about me. I was a competitive synchronized figure skater for 10 years, but that's a whole nother story. So between the Mall of America, bunch of things that I was gifted, bunch of cool shops that I went to, I got a lot of stuff. So we're just gonna dive into it. I'm gonna show you guys everything that I brought home. I just want to start out by saying shout out to TSA for not destroying anything in my suitcase. When I tell you guys I was so nervous, like I was panicking. The whole time I was on the plane, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna get my bag. I'm gonna open this bag, and my Funko Pop's gonna be crushed. My figure box is gonna be destroyed." Like I was so anxious, and everything made it home in perfect condition. So shout out to TSA. We're gonna go ahead and start right off with two new Funko Pops that I got. It's Meliodas from the Seven Deadly Sins. I do not have any Seven Deadly Sins Funko Pops. I know these are pretty much new anyways, but I don't have any of them. So this was really awesome to find. I also got Elizabeth. I mean, come on, you can't have Meliodas and not have Elizabeth. That's just not even right. You see on the back they do, like I said, these are newer, so they haven't released all of them yet. These are the characters that they have out so far. I don't believe I think there's a few more that they have. They have Gother. They do have Gother. Um, I do not believe that they've released Deanne. I'm really hoping that they release Deanne as a jumbo Funko Pop. I mean, if they don't, that's just she's a giant. Like I would be so incredibly disappointed if they didn't release her as a jumbo Funko Pop. Also, I really hope they release Escanor as a jumbo Funko Pop just because his axe is so big and he's just like so. Next up, I got this Bunny Hatsune Miku figure. I am a pretty big Hatsune Miku fan. I don't have a lot of Hatsune Miku stuff. I do have two Funko Pops and I do have another Hatsune Miku figure. If I'm being real with you, the only reason that I don't buy more is because I feel like it's a trap. And I feel like I'm gonna end up starting a entire Hatsune Miku collection. And as someone that already has 50 billion different collections, I really don't think I need any more collections. But I don't know, I'm kind of down bad. So prepare to see a bunch of figure unboxings and way more Hatsune Miku stuff. This is super random, but out of this whole figure, her shoes are just like the cutest thing to me ever. I like I don't know what it is. I just freaking love her shoes. You guys can't see my figures from this angle, but all my figures are up on the top of my bookshelf, and I'll be sure to put that Miku right next to my other Miku. And of course, I had to come home with a bunch of Legos. This is one of the newer sets that Lego has. It's part of their botanical collections. Um, they have a lot of really cute flower ones out right now. I also had to get this. WALL-E is such an underrated movie. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. When I saw this, I almost screamed in the store. Like I also got this big Super Mario set. I feel lied to because it does not come with Princess Peach. You have to buy her separately, which is fine. I'm gonna buy her, but I feel like. And the cool thing about the Super Mario Lego sets is that you can add on to it. So they sell a bunch of different ones and you can like connect them together and make a course and like actually like play with your characters on it, which is really cool. I'm really hoping that they come out with a Princess Daisy. If you don't know that about me, I am really obsessed with Princess Daisy. I also really hope they do Luigi's Dark Mansion. I know that they have King Boo's Castle up for pre-order, but I'm really hoping we get Luigi's Dark Mansion and a Princess Daisy figure in there somewhere. I also got this super cute little Kirby figure. Kirby is probably my all-time favorite. Again, my Kirby collection is not visible here, but I have a incredibly large Kirby collection. My Kirby collection is probably my third biggest collection, with my books being first, my Funko Pops being second, and Kirby. You know what? My Kirby collection is probably neck and neck with my Steven Universe collection. I have a lot of Steven Universe merch, and I have a lot of Kirby merch. So one of these days, I'm going to go through my Kirby collection for you guys. And here are also all the other ones that you could get available there. Those are so cute. I also got this super cute Oddish plush. I can't. I feel like it's hard to find good Pokemon plush sometimes. Sometimes they just look really, I hate to say derpy, but like I just aged myself with that. They look really derpy, and I was really happy to find this one because he does not look derpy. I mean, well, I guess Oddish looks derpy as is, but you get the point. It's a pretty good looking plush. And obviously we don't have a Pokemon Center here in the US that I know of. So it's kind of hard to just randomly find cute Pokemon plush. Okay, so like don't judge me. These this is like a really silly purchase, but like low key out of everything I got, these might be the coolest things. So at the Mall of America, they have an M&M store, and I was like, you know what? Let's go in. I just want to see what they have. I got this really cool figure of the green M&M. This is by Metal Fig, so this is actually a metal figure. And it's pretty solid. It's pretty heavy. So I saw the green one. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But then also, they have the brown M&M, which she gets no love. They just don't show her enough. And I didn't find, we're looking through the store, we're looking. I didn't find the figure of the brown M&M. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I ended up picking up a mug of the brown M&M, and as we were heading towards checkout, I saw the figure of the brown M&M. So again, these are probably the silliest things I purchased this whole trip, but like low key also the coolest because I mean it's just cool. I feel like the M&M commercials are just like not relevant anymore, but if you grew up in the 90s or earlier, you definitely saw a whole lot of M&M commercials growing up. I feel like we only see them around Christmas now, but yeah, that was my silly purchase of the trip. I got the green M&M figure and the brown M&M figure. These are gonna look super cute on my bookshelf. I don't know what shelf I'm gonna put them on yet, but these are gonna look so. I also got this super cute My Melody pen. I don't think the camera's gonna focus on this because my big face is in the way, but it's super cute My Melody pen. And I also got a pair of My Melody socks. I love all Sanrio characters, honestly. I love Karomi, I love Karopi, I love Gudetama, I love Hello Kitty, but My Melody is like she's low key me. Like, I think I'm Karomi, but I'm actually My Melody. So you guys know I had to be a kid and go to Build a Bear Workshop. They did not have Leafeon, which was one of my favorite evolutions, but they did have Sylveon, and she thick, she solid, she fluffy. They stuffed her, okay? Like, and she smells like cotton candy. I did not know that you could get your Build-A-Bears scented. Like when I tell you guys this smells like pure cotton candy, like it made my entire suitcase smell like cotton candy. It is amazing. So cute. Oh. So cute. I really hope they restock Leafeon online. When I checked, they don't have it anymore, but I would really love to be able to get all of the evolutions and build a bear form anyway, since they're like really big and firm. Again, like I said earlier, they don't look derpy or weird. Like this is a pretty solid plush. Also, that was my first time like going to Build-A-Bear. I've purchased Build-A-Bears off of the website before, but that was my first time getting like the full experience of making a Build-A-Bear. And let me tell you, my inner child was crying, jumping, screaming. It was awesome. It was great. Like I was kind of nervous because I'm like, okay, I'm a whole adult getting ready to go in here and make a Build-A-Bear. Like, are people gonna be looking at me crazy? Are people gonna think I'm a weirdo? Like, no, it was great. It was awesome. Nobody questioned it. Everybody was cool. Um, and it's nice. It's nice to be able to go and do things that you didn't get to do sooner in life. I also got a bunch of new Pokemon cards. My friend hooked me up. Um, I don't know if I'm going to show you guys all of them, but I'm going to show you these two for sure. So, of course, I had to get Sylveon. This card is so pretty, and obviously, since I got the plush, I just had to get Sylveon to go with it. Now, this card right here, this is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Um, whether it's the Ponyta or Rapidash. I love the Galarian version. It's just something about the colors. Like this is my absolute favorite. It's incredibly hard to find any type of merchandise with this or the Rapidash. So the fact that my friend just had this Pokemon card and was just like, "Here, you can have it," like, it's great. So I need to go purchase a sleeve for this immediately. Like this is a prized possession now at this point. Again, don't judge me. But now it's time for the crazy part. So, I got 28 books while I was out of town. What type of crazy person gets 28 books when they're on vacation? I don't know, but it's me. So this is going to be the longest portion of the video because I'm going to go through and show you guys every single book, talk about it. So let's dive right into it. First up, I got The Family Upstairs. I actually picked up this book in the airport. I didn't need to because at that point I had already had 27 books and I was on my way home, and I checked out the little gift shop. I was just looking for some little things for my family, and I saw this book and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. I'm not very big on psychological thrillers, but I'm trying to really expand my horizons when it comes to what I read. And this book just sounds really good. It's won all types of awards and stuff. So definitely be reading this soon and letting you guys know what I think. Next up, I got this Disney villain cookbook. If you know anything about me, I absolutely love Disney, but Disney villains, whew, love them to death. So I really do want to do like some more cooking videos and stuff, maybe more so on TikTok than here, or maybe even some cooking streams over on Twitch. But you guys will definitely see a lot of these recipes from me closer to spooky season. I got Oshinoko Volume 2. I have not read Volume 1 yet. It is on my TBR for this month. So you will probably see me discussing both of these in my March recap. I got volume 1 of Spy Family, so I have seen the anime, but of course I want to have that manga for my collection. I'm also just excited to see if it's any different, if the manga is any better. The show is already hands down one of my favorites, but I'm still really excited to read it and see if it's any different or any better. Next up, I got Fiance of the Wizard. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I picked this up because it was cute. Like, it's cute, pretty standard. Girl wakes up, realize she's been reborn into a different world, given a second chance at life and romance. It looks super cute. So you guys know me. I love a really good, cute romance, wholesome. Should be good. Next up, I got Rosie in the Labyrinth. This looks super wholesome. It's about this little girl that lives in a labyrinth with all of her like non-human family, basically. I had never heard of this before seeing it, but the cover art was just super cute, caught my attention. So hopefully, I like it and I can pick up the rest of those volumes soon. Next up, I got Blackbird. Um, I read some of this when I was in high school and kind of just totally forgot it existed. So when I went into Half Price Books and saw this, it just sparked something. And I'm like, yeah, I need to get this in my collection. I read it when I was like 15 or 16, so I don't know. But still happy to have it in my collection. It's always nice to pick up things that you read when you were younger, just nostalgia. I also picked up The Ancient Magnus's Bride. I had started watching this anime and kind of fell off. Same as what I said for Spy Family. I kind of really just want to read through it and see if it's any different or any better. I also don't know if the anime is completed or if the manga is completed either. I'm kind of out of the loop when it comes to this series, but I'm still excited to have it. I also picked up Himoto Umaru-chan. um, this is a series like I see memes of this character a lot, and I see like little TikToks and clips. I actually really have no idea what it's about. I just see a lot of it all over social media, so it kind of piqued my interest. Um, Again, I know nothing about it, but still excited to read it. I also got Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle Volume 1 and 2. This was recommended to me by a friend, but I also kind of just seen this floating around on Amazon, and it just looks really cute. It's basically about a girl that is kidnapped by a demon and kept imprisoned in his castle, but she is just bored and sleepy. So I have a feeling this series is going to be really, really funny, but probably end up being also really wholesome. As I said in one of my recent videos, I'm trying to get more Boy Love manga in my collection, so I got Golden Sparkle. You guys already know that's plastic, so we know what that's about. I also picked up Cinderella Closet. This is a really, really, really cute series, basically about a girl that's super shy, is trying to get a date, and her friends kind of act as her fairy godmother, give her a makeover, and try and make things happen for her. I am totally about to butcher this name, but you guys know what it says. I volume 1 of Witch Hat LTA, Atelier. Roast me in the comments. I'm sorry. Like I'm doing my best. I really like the artwork for this series. I have been looking at this series for months. It's kind of just one of those ones that are like, oh, I'll get it next time. Oh, I'll get it next time. And finally, I found it in Half Price Books, and I was just like, okay, this is my sign. It's cheap. I'm gonna get it. I also got volume 1 and 2 of March Story. These were also heavily recommended to me, and these are very much so out of print. Pretty hard to get. This is volume two. I do not remember off the top of my head how many volumes there are, but I know that they, like I said, they are pretty difficult to get. So I'm gonna start scoring through Mercari and eBay to see if I can get the rest of these because the artwork in these is pretty phenomenal. The storyline is great, the artwork is phenomenal, and I'm just overall super excited to read these. I also picked up volume 11 of The Way of the House Husband. I officially have all of the volumes that are released. I don't know if the series is done yet, if if it's on hiatus, if they're continuing it, kind of what's going on with that. But I tend to stay out of the loop of those things. I just buy it when I see it. I also got two new books by Beverly Jenkins. I got Rebel and I got Forbidden. Beverly Jenkins is really good romance and smut. If you are looking for super smoking hot romance by a black author, Beverly Jenkins is the way to go. And her books are honestly really affordable. You can find them almost anywhere. I've found her work in Walmart before, Amazon. I'm pretty sure I've seen her work in Kroger, which that's a Midwest thing. If you're not from the Midwest, you don't know what Kroger is. I got these at Half Price Books. Beverly Jenkins is heavily, heavily underrated. I also got The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice and The Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. I really, really love Anne Rice's work. I also really just enjoy Anne Rice as a person, like watching some of her interviews and her talking about her life and her work. And she is honestly just a really, really cool person. And obviously, her work is great as well. I really recommend not only reading the book, but watching the original film and watching the new series of Interview with the Vampire. Both are really, really good. I also picked up The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. I was a diehard Twilight fan in my youth, sort of kind of still am. I know it's trash, but it's nostalgic. I got my Twilight collection right up there, but I do not have this one. So it was really nice to find this and find it so cheap. I think I only paid like $4 for this, so really good to have this in my collection. I also picked up Her Three Lives. This is a really nice mystery book, and like I said earlier, I'm really not into mystery that much or like thrillers, but I've really just been trying to expand what I'm reading, read new genres. When I was in Minneapolis, I found this really cute bookstore, and all they sell is like murder mysteries and thrillers. So I specifically asked them if they had, what did they have available by Black authors. This was one of the books that they showed me, said it was pretty highly rated. So I'll definitely get back to you guys on what I think. When I was in that store, I also picked up August Snow. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I only bought this book because it is written by someone from Detroit, which I am from Detroit, and it's based off of the story is like in Detroit, and they talk about Mexican town, Southwest Detroit, if you know that area. They also talk about the Detroit Police Department. So again, trying to get into some new genres, a nice murder mystery, but also talking about my hometown. Next up, I got Piecing Me Together. This is a award-winning book. I've heard about this book from a variety of people in a variety of places, and I found this really, really cheap and half-price book, so I decided to pick it up. This story basically follows a girl that lives in a poverty-stricken neighborhood, and she's trying to get out the hood, so to speak, so she can do something better with her life. I'm really excited to read this because I feel like as a black person that's also from the inner city, this story is something I can heavily relate to. Next up, I got The Stars and the Blackness Between Them. I am super excited to read this book. Not only is this book black, it's queer. This follows along the storyline of a girl that basically gets sent away from Trinidad to live with family in America because she gets caught with a girlfriend. And then she ends up meeting another girl there in America from a similar situation, and it kind of just follows along their love story and struggling with being in a new country and struggling with being black and young and queer, which I can also relate to. Last but not least, I got Blood Like Magic. I have heard about this book all over the place. Black Book Talk has been raving about this book. It's been all over Facebook, all over Instagram, all over Amazon. I finally picked it up. I'm really big on fantasy books, but obviously, as most people know, it's not always the easiest to find black fantasy books. They definitely exist, but they're never really put at the forefront of the genre. So you gotta look a little bit harder. So just being able to have more black fantasy in my collection I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read this book. Hopefully, I'll actually finish this book before the month is out so I can put this in my March recap video. And that is it for my haul video. That was a bunch. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for this long. If you have any questions or comments, just drop them down below. If you want the link for something, drop that below and I can give it to you. And as always, make sure to subscribe, check me out at my other platforms, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.